the Illuminated Page. I'm Matt, like I always am.
Always Matt.
I am. What now?
You're always Matt.
I am.
Kermit the Frog.
No, I'm not Kermit the Frog. I'm definitely not. I definitely don't have multiple personalities. With me tonight is in order that I already wrote down that I don't see, which is great. Super on top of that. There we go. As Aaron Lockhart, we've got Shawn Parks.
Good evening.
As Jewell Rumtree, Ms. Jewell Rumtree. Got Roxanne Thompson.
Hello.
As Dr. Phineas. I don't think it's Phineas.
Daulphus.
Daulphus. He's got a name before Daulphus, though, doesn't he?
Well, he's Professor. Professor C. Daulphus Hardgrove.
There you go.
Esquire.
That's David McFarland.
Heyo.
And as Bobby Blackwood, we got John Thompson.
Hi, guys.
All right. So a couple of things. This is Call of Cthulhu, so it is a game of horror and madness, and it's not fun for anybody except me. My players all love it when they get to deal with the mythos. So we are set in the 1920s, specifically 1925. So we will be using, I will be using terms and sayings from those times that could be considered offensive. I'm going to stay away from a lot of the big stuff, but there's some inherent sexism and racism that goes along with the 1920s. We don't want to downplay that too much because it was a thing, but we're also not going to play it up too much because that's super uncomfortable. So that's just the warning there. Last time we left off, Jewell, Ms. Rumtree, you skedaddled.
I ran away.
I think. Well, it's the 20s, so you skedaddled. I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's fine.
So you actually headed to the Bronx. That was kind of there's some less than savory areas there.
Sure.
That you feel a little more comfortable, a little more in your wheelhouse, maybe. So you show up at kind of a rundown motel.
Yeah.
Tell me what that looks like. Explain what you're doing.
This is I show up here. I have placed a phone call to a confidant, and I have agreed to meet them here. This is a local contact I have, or at least they're local currently. And what I saw in the basement was a little too much, so I had to walk away. And this is not a business trip or something dealing with the historic. I mean, it may be to some degree, but it's far nastier than I assumed. So I have agreed to meet at a known location that we have met at before, and I go inside and I await my I guess compatriot.
Okay. So it's probably 45 minutes later. A gentleman. You want to describe him?
Sure. He is tall and lean, probably tall as in like 6'4", but he moves with a certain grace and has a charm about him. Definitely seems out of place for the location that we're in. But in all reality, so do I. Don't necessarily.
How's he dressed? Suit and tie, obviously.
Yeah, suit and tie, and it's nice. It's very nice.
Okay.
He carries himself with an air of authority, and but yes, nicer clothes. I don't know if I would necessarily say designer, but they're definitely tailored to fit.
Okay.
Very presentable. He has a wider brimmed fedora that he does don.
Okay.
But yeah, so he strides in.
So he goes into the hotel room that you have rented for the evening. He is carrying a couple of hard case pieces of luggage. Your standard, like what you would expect to see on a 1920 steamship, kind of hard case pieces. With appropriate stickers on them from different cities around the world.
Sure.
So it's very much, they look like they've been well used, but they're still in good condition and not damaged much
Right.
more than just a little rough and tumble. It does seem that they are not light.
Not at all.
He enters, say half hour, 45 minutes later, he leaves empty-handed.
Okay.
And then you leave 20 minutes after that.
Yep.
And where are you headed? Or again, you're carrying both the suitcases.
I'm
right?
carrying both the suitcases, and I would likely catch a cab and head to. By this point, I would assume Lockhart's would be the safest place to go.
Okay, so you've been gone for maybe
Yeah.
2 hours, give or take. Okay, so back to the boys. So there is there's a man that is dead on the floor. His tongue is on the floor as well. There's blood all over. Bobby, you're out in the hallway. Yeah. Nobody seems to have noticed at all. And everybody's kind of just gone home for the day. The little office building is empty, except for you guys, as far as you can tell. And if there is somebody in the building, they didn't hear it or they're not coming out. So what are you guys doing?
Well, I guess we're going to have to discuss how we're going to get rid of a body.
I'm in the hall. I hear a lot of that, but I'm like, I'm not. Yeah.
So you just kind of close the door and stay in the hall?
I was in the hall. I was like, I don't know what's going on. I was very uncomfortable.
All right, so I'm gonna go to the office door. I'm gonna open it, check to see where Bobby is.
Okay.
I'm assuming you're leaning against a wall.
Yeah. Looking around. I had gone to see if there was anyone else in the building just to make sure, but.
So, Bobby,
yeah,
we got a small problem.
Yeah, I wouldn't doubt that.
Well, it's a little bigger than it was before. He's dead.
Sorry.
It wasn't our fault. We just
okay.
asked a couple of questions, and he just went loco, crazy. I mean, like, he flipped his lid.
It was pretty
literally.
much already there, to be honest.
And he also bit his own tongue out. So, yeah.
Like, did he have like a seizure or something?
No. It pretty much seemed like it was something he wanted to do to honor his god.
I wasn't there, but I believe the word was appease.
Oh yes, he was appeasing his god.
Yes.
He was literally cursing us, like trying to put a curse on us, and was biting his tongue off to do so.
So we have to dispose of the body. This isn't something that we're going to be able to go to the police for, because I'm not sure how we explain this.
I don't think there is any explanation. And
Well,
at this point, we've gone quite far down a rabbit's hole.
Yeah, to say the least.
I
was not expecting him to
die. On the radio shows I listen to, sometimes they wrap the bodies in like carpet.
Yeah, we can. There's a couple of carpets in the office that we can use. I'm more concerned with where to dispose of the body. I mean, I've got some ideas. I've got some cases that I've investigated where we could probably ditch the body. It'll be found, and most likely, when they discover the body, they're not going to check too deeply into the cause of death.
That's what we gotta do. That's what we gotta do. I hate to say it, and I'm just gonna toss this out there. We could always just take it back to the dealer's place and drop it off there.
That's not a horrible idea. I mean, there's enough carnage in there to explain why his body's like that.
Just saying. And
somebody, Aaron, you know that the only problem with that is that you've been gone long enough. It's possible the police are already there.
Yeah, there is the possibility that since we've been gone, that some passerby has seen what's out there, and the cops are already investigating it. It's probably not the best idea to go back there. It's something we may need to revisit because what he said is in the basement.
Yeah.
I don't think the police are going to be able to handle.
Yeah, that was about to say that brings up a larger concern. If the police go investigating that shop, if they open that door in the basement, who knows what'll happen?
Yeah, because didn't he say, Daulphus, that there were several servants down there?
That's what he said.
When you guys asked for a number, he said many.
Yeah. All right. I think our first.
I have my own suspicions on that, but if you think the police are already there, then we're not going there.
Well, I think what we should do is dispose of the body, most likely into the river.
Yeah.
And then we do a drive-by of there and see what's going on. If we go by and there's police everywhere, we just keep driving. But we need to come up with some kind of plan. We either need to, I hate to say it, demolish that building, and bury whatever's in there under a ton of rubble.
I wish it were possible just to burn that place down, yeah.
Well, the only concern with that is it's going to go up, everything around it's going to go up like a dry forest.
Yeah.
Okay, so if everybody's on board, plan A, let's get rid of this body. We can wrap it in a carpet, we'll take it back downstairs the way we came up, load it in the car in the back, and just
So that leaves
drive to a river.
the big question. You got a carpet?
Yeah, we've got one in the office. And there's my desk sits on one. We can just push it back, and it's a little threadbare. I don't mind getting rid of it.
All right. Now, there's going to be another problem on that. One of y'all got a car that can handle a rolled up piece of carpet?
You all right there?
What are you saying, Bobby?
I'm saying that I drive the equivalent of a 1920s sports car with a very small trunk.
I thought that we got the body here in your car.
Yeah, we got the body in the
Folded up. He was not in one long piece of carpet.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah.
So,
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not going there. I'm not cutting this body up anymore to fit it
I
in your
don't
trunk.
know.
Wow. Yeah.
No, we,
Not going there.
some crazy stuff has happened tonight. That is not going to be where this goes.
All right, let me make some phone calls. I might know somebody that I can borrow a car from that has, or at least a.
Hey, can I borrow your car? What for?
No, I know somebody
don't need
that
to
I can
know.
borrow a car from, no questions asked. So let me go make some phone calls.
Yeah. Let's have you roll. What's your high skill for like investigating? Your social skill, like persuasion or intimidate, or.
Well, I've got fast talk, which is at 75.
Let's have you roll that.
Okay.
Maybe we can rent like a small moving truck or something.
Yeah, at this time of night, though, we're not
Possible.
going to find anywhere to rent. 41, and yep. That's
You
regular.
make a handful of calls. Most of the guys will call you back eventually. That's the kind of people you're talking
Yep.
to. You get a hold of a small time, a guy that is he's not a made man by far, but he is definitely involved with the mob. And he's known from time to time to move things from place to place. He's got a car you can use. Doesn't want to know what it's for because it doesn't matter.
Right.
There's a small fee for that, of course. And if you can pay that, then he'd be happy to help you out.
All right, that works. All right, guys. I know somebody that can get us a car. It's just going to cost a little bit of a little cash donation.
And he's even willing to drop the car off. He'll find his own way home.
Even better.
Okay.
It's about that time that you get off the phone with him. Jewell, would you knock on the door or would you just walk in to Lockhart?
I would probably.
It's clear that they're there. The lights are on. Nobody else is in the building, but the lights are on for his office.
I would set my suitcases down, and I would knock on the door.
Oh,
So you, yeah.
yeah. Just a second. Yeah.
Bobby, go see who it is. We're gonna
Everything's fine. We're all fine here.
Here.
Mr. Blackwood.
How are you?
Young Mr. Blackwood, it's just me.
God.
I'll run to the door when I hear.
Yeah, let's not let her walk in on this quite yet. Considering...
I would have assumed that by now you guys rolled the body up in the carpet.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No,
yeah, but there's still blood everywhere.
Sure.
Do we put the tongue in the carpet?
Can I?
so.
Hold on. All three of you that were in the room, all three of you gentlemen, can you roll luck for me?
Sure.
Made it.
No,
Bobby is not a lucky man.
I am not a lucky man.
What is going on with my camera
good.
that keeps moving me, Roxy?
I'm not sure. It's something with Skype. I will keep. I'm
Just-
trying to keep an eye on.
Yeah, it's so weird.
I'm glad that you can see it now, though, so you can tell me if it
Yeah.
happens and I miss it. But yeah, it doesn't.
did
We've not had it happen this often before.
Before?
Yeah.
Huh? Weird. Did everybody succeed on their luck roll?
I did.
I did.
I did not. No, I said that.
Okay, there
Sorry.
we go. So yeah, you did happen to grab the tongue, probably stuffed it back in his mouth. I mean, where else are you going to put a tongue? In his pocket or something.
There's
Hey,
a whole
Roxy.
lot more room
Yeah.
in his chest now.
Oh.
Yeah.
What do you,
I have migrated again.
and see, and it's funny. As soon as I touch it, it fixes. So I'm
Yeah.
not sure what's going on.
Meh.
It's the
We'll
Fez.
figure it out.
The
Yeah.
Fez is
It
throwing
is
the
the
camera
Fez.
It
off.
is. That's what's done it. It doesn't understand.
Yeah, it's exactly what it is.
It's trying to refocus on the face.
Yeah.
Sorry. Gonna just-
I hope that's not what it's trying to do. So you guys, so Jewell, the door opens. How far do you open the door,
Gosh,
Daulphus?
dang it.
Knowing that it's her, I'll open it enough. I'll kind of stand in front of it, just kind of hide what's behind me a little bit. Like, Ms. Rumtree, I was so worried about you. Where have you been?
She kind of breezes past him, and she's like, "The day I've had, can someone get my bags and bring them in? This is a long walk up."
So as soon as you say that and breeze past him, there's blood all over the floor.
Oh, well, I
and
see
a
things have
carpet
gone
that
lovely
is
here.
clearly full of a body.
I see things have happened here as well. Do I need to make a sanity check or
No,
anything?
no.
Okay.
You, this actually is not a thing that you're super worried about. You can put two and two together, and unless they went on some weird adventure while you were off, you know who's in that carpet.
Yeah. Oh,
And you're not unhappy about that.
no, I'm glad that he is not among the living, but I will say I would not have brought him here, gentlemen.
We didn't have anywhere else to take him, Miss
I
Rumtree.
think I would have just questioned him there and left him to die. But
With what we found in the basement, none of us were kind of comfortable questioning him there.
right.
Amongst other things, the police were probably going to eventually show up.
Yeah, there's a lot of shooting.
It's Harlem.
You know, yeah.
So,
I have a theory about this Skype thing.
I don't know what's going on.
I think, and I'm not sure why, but I think every time David makes a noise because it focuses on the active speaker, I think it's changing the video size. So I need to just tell it
Weird.
to not do that. To not do that thing.
Oh,
Go
yeah.
on. I'm gonna see if I can't sort this out.
Sure. So you guys have a dead body and a Ms. Rumtree, and Professor, do you grab the two boxes or the two suitcases out in the hall?
Yeah, I'm like, sure, I'll grab your bags. I'll go on like, oh, and then you said they're like steamer trunks.
Well, they're not quite steamer trunks, as they're like the old timey kind of like rounded side,
Oh, okay.
Solid.
Yeah, sure, no problem.
but they're heavy,
Okay.
like a sack of potatoes, and each one kind of heavy.
I'll go to grab them and then like, all right, and drag them in.
Okay. So yeah, you bring those in. Yeah. What are you guys doing in the meantime while you're waiting for Mr. Lockhart's
Contact.
his contact?
I'm gonna make a pot of coffee.
Sure.
And then-
Sure.
Miss Rumtree, can I get you a cup of coffee?
I'm not much of a fan of the bean. I prefer the leaf. If you have any tea, good sir.
I think I can scrounge something up.
Sure. So it's probably 15 minutes later. There is a knowing knock. You know, kind of that the knock of someone trying not to be too obvious. By this time, I assume you guys have mostly cleaned up the blood and maybe moved the carpet from another area over that area.
Correct.
So what you couldn't get out of the wood or the wood floor is at least covered.
How long did you say this had been?
Maybe 15 minutes.
I would have said before then. I would have been like, Aaron, do you have any baking soda?
Not here.
Men.
I've got some bleach or an ammonia in the storage room.
No, baking soda would do better at getting this out. But whatever. Just cover it up, I suppose.
I'm gonna go open my office door enough to see who's out there.
Yeah, it's your bud, Jimmy Two Nose.
Jimmy, thank you.
His nose is enormous. It's big enough for two noses.
I appreciate it, Jimmy. Did you park the car in back like I asked you to?
Yeah. You have my donation.
Yeah, I pass him.
Whatever's appropriate.
Yeah, $10, $15.
Okay, so what you're gonna do is when you're done with the car, hopefully tomorrow. If it's gonna be much more than tomorrow, you need to let me know. Okay.
Nah, I'll have it back to you by tomorrow.
Okay. When you're done with the car, you're going to drive it down to this address, and he hands you a piece of paper. It says, park it out front. If there's a car on the way, you wait till they leave. You park it right out front in front of that door, okay?
Okay.
Leave the keys under or behind the back tire so you can't quite see them, but they're obviously going to be there. You want to do that on the passenger side, okay?
Correct.
Okay. If while you're there, anyone approaches you and says they know that car, just walk away.
Okay.
Just get away from that. You don't need to be anywhere near around that. Okay.
Got it. Can do, Jimmy.
Anybody mentions me while you're there?
I don't know you at all.
You might want to run. Okay.
All right.
Okay. Also, you want to make sure that when whoever you have sitting in the back seat, if they get uncomfortable, they don't try and check under the cushions. Gotcha.
Got it.
Okay. Okay. All right. So he hands over some keys. He says, "You folks have a good night. That carpet looks heavy. Don't strain yourselves, okay?"
No, not going to strain ourselves. Thanks, Jimmy.
He kind of tips his hat to you and walks down the hall towards the front stairs.
I'm going to shut the door. I'm going to turn back to everybody and be like, well, we have a car.
Okay, well, let's...
Yeah.
You know I'm going to look right under the seat cushion when I sit back there, right?
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. There's something in the car.
He needs to lower his voice. Is he Jimmy Two Throats?
If you saw the size of his nose, it's a lot of air going in. He's got a lot of air coming out, so he's never quiet.
He is full of hot air, I will say.
So we've got a car. I don't necessarily think all of us need to go. If we want to stick together, we can. But we definitely need at least someone, a couple of us to get the body down to the car and a couple of us to get the body in the river. If you guys want to stay at the office, who wants to stay at the office can, but there's enough room in the car for all of us to go.
Yeah.
I'd be... Well, are you not going, Mr. Blackwood?
It would be my preference not to. I can stay here and clean up or whatever, but
Do you have baking soda at your apartment?
I can get some. That's not a problem.
Get some baking
soda. I can go
soda.
with Aaron and helping.
I can go as well. But get some baking soda and vinegar and work on that blood.
Yeah, the only reason you want to go, you want to look in the back seat.
I am very interested in what's in the
I
back
think she
seat.
also wants to make sure that you boys do it correctly this time.
I am sturdy. I can't do much, but I am a big girl.
I am steady. So the three of you are going to go in the car to take care of the body. Blackwood's going to stay by himself at the office.
Well, and apparently go get some baking soda from somewhere.
Yeah.
Sure.
And pie.
I'm hoping that as we carry this out, that the tongue falls out and he's left cleaning that.
There's literally blood like on the walls. This guy actually
he was spitting blood everywhere. It was
I
horrible.
believe the professor has blood on him. Probably just little droplets of it that he has tried to clean, but it's clear that he has had blood on his clothing and it's not come out
Daulphus,
yet.
you may want to change
Yeah.
in case we see somebody reputable.
And if you don't have a spare shirt with you, I've got a shirt and jacket that probably will fit you. Might be a little tight in the shoulders, but it'll do the job tonight.
I do have a change of clothes. I can I'll take it with us, and as soon as we get rid of him, I'll change, and then we can get rid of these clothes.
And I'm assuming since I was close by, I've probably got some blood on me, so I will change as well into the spare clothes that I keep at the office.
Sure. So the three of you head down to the river. Can I get the three of you to roll luck? Ms. Rumtree, I don't remember if you have a specific specialty.
Regarding
Your nefarious acts.
I don't.
Okay, that's fine.
And I've got skill in the drive skill, so I've got points in drive skill, so if we need that, I would assume I would be
You
driving.
mean on our actual skill sheet? Let me see. Do I have anything?
Yeah.
interesting?
I don't know that I've got your character sheet in my email.
Okay, you printed it out for me once, so I know you have access to it.
Oh,
somewhere.
I know where that's at. Yep.
But I
you now.
don't know. My the most is probably one of my firearm skills, and my occult knowledge.
Okay. Well, those are not in at all. Sorry, hold on. All right, whatever. It doesn't matter. So you guys head down to the river. Everybody roll intelligence. That's the word thing I need you to do. There we go.
Oh.
All three of you.
Not luck.
Not luck. Intelligence will work much better.
43.
Is that a success?
Normal success.
I got an extreme success. I rolled a 3.
Nice.
Finally, a success.
I have a second level success. I forget what it's called.
Hard.
Okay.
Hard.
Hard
Okay,
success.
so yeah, the three of you end up in a little warehouse by the water, warehouse district by the water. You don't have a whole lot of trouble getting the body out of the trunk into the river. Is this where you want to check under the back seats, Ms. Rumtree?
Oh, I would love to.
So it's filled with typewriters, like nice, pristine.
This is a big back
Very
seat.
good.
Are we in a van?
No, it's like they've hollowed out everything under the seat.
Yeah.
It is clear that this car has been modified to transport things.
It's a Cadillac. Got more power.
Probably usually, your booze, but they have typewriters in it right now.
I really like a good typewriter.
Yeah, all the
These are quality.
All the things I
Ms.
thought Jimmy
Rumtree,
would have
I
in
would
the...
suggest not touching those typewriters.
Actually, I'm quite impressed because all the things I thought Jimmy would have in this back seat, typewriters was not one of them.
I have a nice typewriter back home. I have no need to carry one now. It's not like I can send anything to anyone out here.
It'd be lighter than the suitcases you have.
Yeah, but I have 3 men to carry that for me.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Says the woman who's probably stronger than all of us.
Really.
She's definitely
This
sturdier.
is true. I am a sturdy woman.
So you guys take a kind of a roundabout way to get back to the office. Aaron, you're probably a little more paranoid than you need to be at this point in time.
Agree.
It's probably not as bad as you think it is, but you are definitely driving in a direction that doesn't make sense. Are you dropping the car off first and then kind of heading back by subway, or what do you want to do?
What's the time of night at this point?
It's probably getting close to midnight.
Yeah, you know what, guys? If you don't mind, I'm going to go ahead and drop this car off now because I don't really need... If it's... The way Jimmy said it, people might recognize it, and I don't need it sitting outside of my shop because I do have a certain reputation to maintain. So let's go ahead and drop this off, and then we will take the subway back to my office. Are you guys good with that, or do you want me to take you somewhere first?
I'm fine with that.
Yeah, sounds fine.
All right, we'll drop it off first.
Sounds great. So Bobby, back at the office,
yeah.
are you're gonna go out for some baking soda powder? Which one is it?
Baking soda.
Baking soda.
You need the oxygenation power
Gotcha.
of baking soda. Bam.
So baking soda. Are you getting that first? Are you gonna grab some pie first? What do you want to do?
I was actually going to go get the pie and then ask the people there what baking soda is.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
That's awesome.
Ooh, I am still getting over this cold. Sorry. God. So you sit and kind of have a nice piece of pie.
I was going
a cup
the
of coffee.
pie's going. I'm taking the pie to go. Yeah.
For
Oh,
everybody,
you're
right?
taking the pie to go.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm bringing pie back for everybody.
The waitress kind of looks at you a little funny. Says, "You're gonna find that at any one of the corner stores. Just ask the worker there. They'll be able to help you out."
Perfect. Thanks so much. And I tip and I go find a corner store that's still open.
Yeah. You find one not too far.
Grab
You just go in and buy some baking soda.
buy some baking soda and yeah.
Did you have vinegar, Aaron? I did mention vinegar before we left when I was telling. Get
No,
some
you
vinegar. I would have told you beforehand when I explained it that you'll need both.
Yeah, we have ammonia and bleach, what you normally use to clean an office with.
Yeah, no, you got plenty of all the
Do you not
things you
cook?
need to clean up the blood. Definitely have those. Not a big
Okay,
deal.
there we go.
Do you cook for yourself, Mr. Lockhart?
Not here.
I would have asked that in the car as we were driving. Do you even cook for yourself?
No, I eat out a
Yeah,
lot.
Yep.
Yeah, you just put the can of beans on the hot plate.
There's
Yeah.
no,
Let
there's,
the beans heat up.
you know, there's something to be said. If a man would like to find a woman, that he cook for himself. But whatever. I guess you must like being a bachelor.
Hey, got to do what you're good at.
I'm good at finding things, and I know where to find
Yeah.
a good meal.
Yep.
There you
Nice. So, Mr. Blackwood, as you're walking back to the office, you did lock up. Lockhart gave you some keys. As you get onto the floor, though, you notice that the lights that you turned out in the office are on and the door is open just a little bit.
I blink a few times. Huh. I'm going to go back down to my car and go get my gun.
Okay. Do you want to give me a listen first before you leave?
Yeah.
No, he doesn't. That's why he left.
Ooh, success.
Okay. You hear in a language you're not. You hear someone talking in a language you're not familiar with.
But it sounds human.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Definitely human.
Yeah, I'm going down to my car and getting my gun.
Okay. You come back up. Roll luck for me.
Oh no.
And that's how Mr. Blackwood died.
I rolled a 2.
Nice.
Okay.
He's fine.
So as you're coming up, out in the hallway, you see a man in robes carrying a large club.
Another one of
he
these
is-
guys.
He is bent over looking at something on the floor, and the other guy has his back to you. Neither one of them see you. What would you like to do?
And these are the red robes. Look similar to what we've dealt with before.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Crud. Unfortunately, I'm definitely unloading on them.
Okay.
Could just call the police. I'm not there, but
Yeah, you're not there.
Like, run away.
Yep. Nah, I'm unloading on them.
Which one are you shooting? Roxanne migrating again.
I know.
Oh, no, I'm done. What the hell?
I don't know
Like
what's
every-
happening.
Okay, whatever.
It's bugging me. I'm gonna look into it.
Yep. So I will. One was kneeling down. You said.
One is kneeling, or kind of bent over. The other one has his back to you, like they're gonna go out the back steps.
Think quick.
Right. Well, no, it's like my character is like, I don't want to make another body that we're just going to have to get rid of again. We just went through all this.
Yeah, it's
They are pointed to go out the opposite direction of where you're at, so they would not see you at all.
Then I'm just going to wait.
Okay. Give me a sneak roll.
All right. Stealth. There we go.
Stealth, whatever. Yeah.
Ooh. That's a success.
Okay. So you kind of like back into the stairwell, into the shadows. The one man stands up, says something to the other one, can't make out what it is, and they walk away from you towards the back steps.
Okay. I wait for them to go and follow at a distance just to make sure that they leave.
Okay. So they you get to the door, it is still open. The lights are still on. Everything is still the way you saw, like from a quick glance, everything is still the way you left it.
Yeah.
And they start going down the stairs. It seems like they're leaving. Are you going to follow them down the stairs, or are you just going to kind of watch from the top?
What were they looking at?
In the hallway?
Well, whatever they were kneeled over.
Probably.
There's nothing there.
that dang tongue.
They looking for that tongue, son.
Then I'll follow from quite a distance. I just want to make sure they leave.
Oh yeah, they go out the back. They seem to be very cautious. Once they get outside, they take off the robes. They're wearing some like shabby, long sleeve dress shirts with ties and vests over them. No jackets. They kind of fold up the robes and pick up a bag that's kind of sitting next to the back door, stuff them in there, and then walk down the alley to go out towards the street.
I go into the office really quick, looking in the door where the film development room is. Is everything still in there?
No.
Then now I'm going after them,
Okay.
and I'm gonna be like, y'all ain't taking another step.
Okay, so did you go back up to the office to check that, and then you're going to go back down?
I had thought in my mind that I hadn't left. I basically watched them go out.
Go out the back, go to the back steps?
Yeah.
Or back stairs? So
Yeah.
Aaron, your office is on the third, fourth floor of a walk up?
Yeah, fourth floor.
Okay. So did you follow them down to make sure they left the building, or did you check the film room or picture room?
I would have gone back to check the film room because that would have been my thing.
Sure. Okay, so you catch them about the second floor because once you realize what's missing, you kind of book it a little bit.
Yeah.
You come running down, and they're at the second floor. They seem very startled that they're hearing somebody still in their robes, and they turn. What do you say? Or do you say anything? You just shoot them.
Drop the stuff from the office, and you can go.
One of the men looks at the other.
I'm pointing my shotgun at them.
Right. Do you have intimidate or roll intimidate? I guess you have it no matter what. Just go ahead and roll it.
They're not really intimidated by me.
It's one of them looks at the other. Now, you know what? This is a perfect example of a thing that we could do. You could, John.
Mm-hmm.
You could push that roll. You could say something like, "I rack one into the chamber and put the butt of the rifle up, or butt of the shotgun up to my shoulder and point it at him." And then you could re-roll. But I also don't know what your intimidate's at, so that may not be a great idea. Because if you fail on a push roll, it's not just that you failed; it's that something bad happens.
If they don't look intimidated, I'm like, yeah, I'm not very scary, but I know this gun is.
Okay. So you're not going to push the roll? That's
Nah.
great. I just wanted to touch on the roll pushing for a second. So the one man looks at the other one and says something. It's the third time you've heard him speak. It is definitely it's definitely a language you've not heard before. It doesn't sound European at all. You would have to guess that it is in some way African, but you're not familiar with it really at all. The first man speaks to the second one. The second one kind of nods his head, and the second man reaches into his robe, and then quickly pulls out a gun and goes to fire at you. So I need your dexterity. And I need to find my pencil. What did I do with my pencil? Really?
Ooh, that is an extreme success.
Oh, no. I just need the number on your dexterity.
My dexterity is an 80.
80? Okay. Excellent. And I'm betting that you're going to get to go first still. There we go.
That was such a good roll. I want that roll.
Just apply it to a future one.
Yeah, we should save it for future.
Yeah, go ahead. You can shoot the guy with the gun if you'd like.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead and roll to hit him.
I can't use that roll.
No.
I got it. Yeah.
He's going to fire back.
I still
and
hit.
just come after your shot. Did you get just a regular success?
That would be a regular success.
Okay. Oh, well, he didn't hit a success at all. So go ahead and roll your... It should be a D10 plus 7.
All right. That's going to be 12.
Oh, wow. So you catch him kind of solid in the center of his body. He's down. You knock him down to the rest of the stairs to the little landing and into the wall, and he just kind of slides down, leaves us a little bit of a trail of blood. The other guy charges at you. Does your gun have firing more than once per round?
No, it technically does not. It's one attack, or no, sorry, 2 attacks on the 12 gauge shotgun.
Okay. Do you want to fire again at the other guy?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Okay. He is going to swing at you, but you're going to be at double, or you're going to be at you're going to get a bonus die. So you're going to roll an extra 10s die.
Okay. All right.
Oh, jeez.
Either way, success, possibly a hard success. No, just a regular success, I think, because that's a...
Okay, go ahead and roll your damage. He terribly missed.
Oh, okay. That is 16.
Wow. Okay, so Shotgun Bobby here destroys both of them. You catch that guy, again, center chest, and fire. He slumps down to the ground next to his buddy, leaves similar blood. They're both very dead.
All right.
Probably shouldn't take that car back so soon.
I'm going to...
Well, they're outside, right?
No, they're in the hall.
Nope, they're in the stairwell.
Granted, it's another floor, so we might be okay.
I'm going to grab our stuff from them. You know, the photos, whatever else they took.
As long as it wasn't in their center mass where you blew it away.
Yeah, no, you find them. There's some blood on a couple of the pictures.
Yeah.
But you do find all of the pictures. Can you give me a luck roll?
All right. I can try.
That 10 would come in really handy right now.
That would have been beautiful. No, God, no. No, I'm just not a lucky person.
Okay. So you feel very confident that you have gotten everything you need from these two bodies. All the pictures, you wipe down anything that you would have touched that wasn't the pictures. Do you want to empty their pockets, or are you just going to leave them with their stuff?
I'll empty their pockets, but
you get $4 between the two of them in change, no bills.
Okay.
the two clubs, the pistol, which is just a revolver, and then there is a ritualistic knife on the one man, the guy that didn't have the gun.
Yeah. Well, I'm leaving their weapons on them, and
Okay. Are you taking their IDs? They do have IDs on them.
no, I'll write it down, like the addresses or whatever.
Okay.
But I'm going to go. I'm going to leave that there. Take our stuff out to the car, and put it in the back end of my car, and call the cops.
Okay.
And
just as a reminder, there is still a bloody mess in the office upstairs.
I thought, oh yeah, because I never got a chance to clean it.
Do you want to wait till you get done cleaning it and then call the cops?
Yeah.
Okay. So about 20 minutes later, you give the cops a call. They're on their way. As the other three get off of the train and like you're walking up towards the building, two cop cars come up with their lights on. They're not flying up. They're just kind of driving up. And out come four officers, none of which you recognize. Actually, I take that back. Lockhart, roll luck for me.
That is the success.
Okay. You do recognize one of the guys. Tell me who is he?
Oh, you're talking about Officer Lewis.
One of the officers, yeah.
Yeah, it's Officer Lewis.
Officer Lewis? Is this the same guy you talked to the other day to get things cleared up?
No, that would have been a detective.
Okay. So as you're kind of walking up, Officer Lewis says, it's good to see you, Mr. Lockhart. Got a call from upstairs. I'm going to have to ask you guys to stay down here.
Call from upstairs? From who? Because there's usually no one in the office at this time of night.
Mr. Blackwood gave us a call.
Bobby called you? Is he okay?
Yeah. He sounded a little shaken.
Okay.
I think that's fair, right, Bobby?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. No. I'll wait down here, but I'm gonna wait here if you don't mind, Officer Lewis, because Bobby's my employee. I need to make sure he's okay.
I mean, roll fast talk for me.
49.
Is that a success?
Success. Regular success.
Says, why don't you want to come upstairs and check on Bobby?
Yeah, I would really appreciate that.
And your associates?
This is Professor Hardgrove and his associate,
How do you do?
Miss Rumtree.
Good evening, officer.
They were with me. We were running a quick errand. We're going out for a bite to eat, and we're heading back up to the office to check on a case that they're helping me work.
Okay. Well, I'm going to ask if they stay down here with one of my guys.
That would be more than all right.
One of my other guys is going to go out the back just to make sure that there's nothing else going on back there, and then me and my partner will come up with you, all right?
That sounds great.
Okay. So the three of you go upstairs. Bobby, are you in the office?
I'll probably be in the hallway, and I'm probably still armed because I unless I heard regular talking yet so far. Because I'm like,
not yet.
Yeah, I'm still
Are
armed.
you? What are you doing to calm your nerves? What does Bobby do to calm his nerves?
Oh,
Pull out your pipe and smoke it, or are you a cigarette man?
I probably start humming a few tunes. Not well, but yeah.
Sure. So from the stairs, you hear some light talking, definitely English this time. And coming up the stairs, you see an officer leading the way.
Well, thank goodness.
He kind of stops for a second. He says, "Mr. Blackwood?"
I put down the gun in front of me and just put up my hands.
Excellent. Okay. Thank you, Mr. Blackwood. No. Put your hands down. You're fine.
No,
it's not a big deal.
Sorry. It's a lot to take in tonight. That's not what I expected.
That's all right. We understand. So, Bobby, what did you tell the police?
There were two guys that attacked me, and they had guns.
They had a gun?
Guns. My character would probably be like they had guns.
Okay, sure. So, Mr. Blackwood, just hang out for a second. He turns and says that Jim, go check the back staircase. Aaron, do you want to take Bobby in and
Yeah. I'm
get a
gonna
cup of coffee, sit him down on the couch?
Yeah, I'm gonna
go down and check that out.
Yeah, hand on his shoulder. I was like, let's go in the office.
Yeah.
He puts on one of his winter gloves because they've come inside and he had taken them off. He puts them back on, one of them back on, picks up the shotgun and racks out any of the shells that you still had in there. And then kind of props it up against the wall again, but pockets the shells and then walks off.
So
down towards the back steps.
So we're gonna go in the office. I'm gonna set Bobby down. I'm gonna get him a cup of coffee because we still have the pot going. It's probably bitter and bad, but I think your nerves need it.
So it's coffee.
Bobby, what happened?
2 guys in red showed up here.
The same cultists like we've been dealing with?
Yeah.
They came here.
Yeah.
So I wonder who they got to.
Huh?
I wonder who they talked to.
Remember those guys that walked out of the shop?
Oh.
No.
But we didn't introduce ourselves.
No, but they got a good look at us.
It's a possibility.
It's the only thing I can imagine.
Bobby is in the newspaper on a semi-regular basis.
Okay.
High society. So it's possible that he got recognized.
Yeah, they're okay. So they might.
And also, Professor Hardgrove is world-renowned.
Right, but
the archaeologist.
But the cultists necessarily wouldn't have linked Hardgrove to me right away to my office.
No, absolutely not. I'm just saying, the two of them are very, and
prominent.
Also Ms. Rumtree is a unique specimen. Very sturdy.
Sturdy is the word I like to use. My mother said husky, but that's a dog.
But are you okay? Did they hurt you?
No, I'm fine. No.
So you got the drop on them?
That's
Are
one
you
way to
saying
put
all
it.
this in front of the cops?
No. We're in the office. The cops are.
No, they had one of them had
a gun.
One of them definitely had a gun because they were pointing at me.
Right.
So I got lucky there. The other one started running up the stairs. I think he had a gun. So, but
I think with your connections, you're going to be okay.
No,
because
I'm not worried.
Because we're already on the books with the investigation with the other 2 that attacked.
Yeah, self-defense. But
right.
I have a few other thoughts going on in my head too. So
this is. Oh, I need to get down to let the Daulphus and Miss Rumtree know that there's cultists about.
And that they ain't afraid to use a gun.
No. At this point, did they take anything? Do you know? Were you able to check the bodies?
We can talk about that in a bit.
All right.
So it's a couple of minutes. What'd you say his name was? I should write that down.
Officer Lewis.
Sure. So Officer Lewis comes in and he says, okay, so I've called the coroner. He'll be out here in a little bit. It's going to be a long night. I'm going to be honest, Aaron. I'm going to need you to stick around for a while. I know you kind of sleep here sometimes, but just plan on sticking around for the night. You too, Mr. Blackwood, if you don't mind.
No,
my 2 associates that are downstairs, can they come up here because they've been...
Oh, yeah. And Mr. Blackwood, the shotgun we're going to have to take in.
Oh, no, I understand. Right, yeah.
But at this point in time, I don't see any prosecutor putting together anything other than you were attacked. Looks like you were quick. Looks like I'm guessing were armed after the last attack you guys had. What was that, yesterday?
Yeah.
I was going to say, from Officer Lewis, from what Bobby told me, these were the same guys that attacked.
Yeah, that's what we were picking up on with the robes. I have to say, Mr. Blackwood, that was some good shooting. Looks like you didn't miss, and probably better for your health that you didn't.
Yeah. No, yeah.
So, why don't we, I don't often say this, but Bobby, are you still drinking your little cup of coffee?
Yeah.
He pulls out a flask and he says, it might be a good time to take a little bit of the chill off, and he kind of hands you the flask.
Oh, do I pour it in the coffee?
Yeah, pour it in your coffee, Bobby.
Okay.
It'll help.
Yeah, I
Downstairs.
And he says, you know what?
Like...
You keep that flask. It was a rough. It looked like a rough night tonight. So, I'm gonna get some statements from you guys. We're gonna bring the you said Ms.
Rumtree.
Rumtree,
Yep.
and the professor will bring them up here in a minute.
And if you boys need
just
coffee,
stick
I'll put
around.
another pot on for you.
Sure. Yeah. Hey, you know what? I appreciate that. But we're gonna have a lot of officers down here for a little bit. Shouldn't be bothering you too much. Just there may be additional questions after we get your statements.
Not a problem, officer.
Okay. So the Rumtree and the professor are brought upstairs. There are 7 or 8 more cars that show up. A lieutenant shows up to kind of do some investigation. Everybody's really nice. Not even like, let's go have some pie, Mr. Blackwood, kind of nice, but like just generally like you got attacked and that you reacted quickly and appropriately. So nothing seems amiss and really all that dangerous to you guys. It's probably 3 hours before the bodies are gone. In that time, the 4 of you don't have any real time alone. There's always an officer in there having a cup of coffee or sitting down and having a smoke or something. Do you guys try and talk about anything in particular, or you just chat back and forth?
No, I mean, as soon as they got in, whether it was an officer's present or not, I think Bobby and I would let them know that it was the same cultist that attacked Ellis, tried to attack Bobby in the stairway.
Elias, but close.
Elias, sorry. I misspelled it in my book.
You're close.
That, these are the same guys that we found that murdered Elias, or at least the same cultists. They were...
Are we using the term cultist with the cops present?
Good point. The guys in the robes that attacked...
Okay. Yeah, just in case.
Yeah, that attacked Elias, just jumped Bobby, and definitely not connecting him to the Juju house where we were just at all, because it was the same yahoos, but we're going to keep that quiet until we're private.
Yeah, I don't think anybody's
I
going to
would
even
say-
mention the Juju house at all.
Given the penny dreadfuls that are out and about right now and the type of writing that's going on, calling them cultists with their robes and their weird sticks would not be weird
Too
to the
uncommon?
cops.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so then, cultists.
If it looks like a duck and quacks like a duck, it's probably a duck as far as they're concerned. So,
all right, cool. Yeah, so, just like, this is the same cultist that attacked Elias, and they tracked us back here.
I don't get it.
This concerns me. I don't particularly care to have cultists following me around.
Well, I didn't really think that they would follow us back here, but, Bobby's in the newspaper a lot. He's the rich socialite, and he has been connected to me quite a few times. I'm almost curious if they ransacked your apartment first, Bobby, before they came here.
It's possible, but...
It's something we could let the officers know, that it's possible that they could have went to your apartment first looking for you.
I mean, it's like I said, it's possible. Oh my goodness, I hope the doorman's okay. I told him I was coming over here.
We're probably going to need to find another place to stay tonight, too.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I'm definitely not going to be staying here. And the, the whole time
you guys are kind of talking, Officer Lewis comes into the room, holding a piece of paper. It looks like it's been torn a little bit. There's a little bit of blood on it. He does have a gloved hand on it. He says, "Aaron, you wanna come here real quick?"
Yeah, what's up? What's going on?
So he shows you the piece of paper and he says, "Don't touch it." But
I look at it.
it's a police. It's a carbon copy of a police report.
Okay.
About the shooting at the hotel the night that you guys found Jackson dead. It lists you and your business address on the police report, as they would have done.
Right.
And he says, "It looks like they've got your number, man."
This was found on one of the cultists?
Yeah. It was kind of folded up in his pocket. You might consider not being here for a little bit. Mr. Blackwood might be able to pick you up. His name is in there, but there's no indication on where he lives.
Yeah, well, it's not exactly quiet.
Maybe a hotel or something, just not here.
No, I appreciate the advice, Officer Lewis. I mean, we've already been discussing about finding other accommodations for the night, but my bigger concern is, how did a couple of cultists get a copy of the police report?
I'm more than a little concerned myself. I don't know.
Because you would think people dressed like that wouldn't have the necessary connections to get something from an ongoing investigation.
Well, I think we both know that not every cop is on the up and up.
Agree.
And
But I wouldn't expect, even most cops that are on the take, I wouldn't expect would get involved with people that look like this.
I wouldn't expect it either. I don't know.
Okay.
It's definitely something that the lieutenant is going to look into.
The money all looks the same.
The professor isn't wrong.
Yeah, he's not wrong. I agree with him on that.
And even when the money looks different, it's exchangeable. So
when you say the lieutenant, you're talking about Lieutenant Poole, because he was the last one that I talked to that was in.
No, this is a different lieutenant.
Okay.
Just a general, like the lieutenant detective came down, whoever was on call.
Okay.
Says, I don't know what happened, and I apologize, Mr. Lockhart. This is not what New York's finest should be subjecting the citizens of New York to. So,
well, you and I both know, Officer Lewis, that most of the New York officer or policemen are usually on the take in some form or fashion. You and I both know that you've been involved in a couple of my cases where we
just literally hand Bobby illegal alcohol.
Yes, well, yeah. I'm going to ignore that because he was trying to help Bobby.
Yeah. No. I mean,
we don't recognize
the wheels,
prohibition in here.
The wheels all get greased a little bit here and there, but this is a little bit beyond.
Agreed.
Missing a crate of liquor.
Yeah,
this is dangerous.
Agree.
So, if you want a couple of officers to stick around with you guys, or go with you wherever you're staying, I can probably swing that. But otherwise, I would just be real careful.
I think, you know what? We'll take the couple of officers and we'll go to Bobby's apartment and make sure that that is safe and that nothing has happened there. And if everything is on the up and up, we may stay there. No offense, Officer Lewis. I am going to keep it kind of tight to the cuff where we're going to end up staying tonight.
Sure.
But we definitely want to make sure that Bobby's place is okay and that his home hasn't been invaded. And from there, we'll decide where we're going.
Absolutely. Make sure that you check in with the police station a couple of times tomorrow just to make sure that everything's...
That I'm still breathing?
Then there's nothing else we have questions about.
And then I'm still breathing?
Yeah. That'd be good too.
Can do.
Okay. So he kind of heads off. I think we're going to take a break. Are we good with that?
Yeah. Yep.
Roxy?
Sure.
We are indeed.
Because there's food sitting in front of me now and I'm starving. So we'll be back in, I'd say, 15, 20 minutes.
Yep. I'll let everybody know we're taking a break.
Excellent.